next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the London BlackKnights. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at our home side in this one. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here in London. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 carries, 55 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now McCoy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's McCoy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McCoy. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off-play action. McCoy. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McCoy. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, McCoy. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Palmer hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as a cornerback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5. He finds his man complete. That's Robbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 5 times. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0.
BlackKnights, nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Michaels, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the year. And the BlackKnights are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally is.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He's got this complete to Williams. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCoy. And that is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A gain of
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Back to throw. McCoy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. McCoy. This is caught. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, a little bit
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's got it to about the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg. McCoy on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. McCoy. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will stay put at 17.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
London about set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. A couple of touchdowns there for Travis Etienne. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Davis Mills leading the way there. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And there were a few factors as to why they...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And this offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on here to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Off play action. McCoy. And this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, here's Swift. fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, McCoy. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the Lions' 49-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards.
And the BlackKnights have got it back to within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Here's McCoy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now McCoy. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now.
And it's Washington scoring again to open up that lead.
We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Michaels. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. McCoy. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 3rd down, Michaels. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the BlackKnights are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Throwing on 1st down. McCoy. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage, a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. McCoy. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's taken to the 26. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a handoff to Swift. Shifts past him at the 45. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. From the gun on third down, McCoy. And this is going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
London about set to take over on offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. That's Robbins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the BlackKnights have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 65 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
Now McCoy. That's caught by Palmer.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the home team here,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with one game remaining.